Hello and welcome to the Thieves Guild podcast, where I remembered to turn on our mics today. This is the companion podcast to our History of the Forgotten Realms Dungeons and Dragons live show, where we talk shop, learn about horrifying monsters, talk about D&D adjacent movies, and, well, how the world affects D&D, and D&D affects the world sometimes. I swear we try to keep it light. I swear I'm keeping it light this week. I swear. I'm Nana.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Vincent.
And welcome to the Thieves Guild. Okay, so I'm intentionally keeping it light this week so I can go whenever you guys want in the lineup so that it's not horrifying. I've basically got like Patchnotes like you would find in a video game, but ours is for past episodes and things that we needed to come back to, things I needed to look up.
Okay. Mine's also a little short too. I'm actually not doing a movie this week. I'm doing a video game demo.
Okay.
So I can also go whenever. Or I could just be the middle child again.
Listen, middle child.
Honestly, I'm most curious to hear yours. So I think you ought to go first.
What do you got for us this week, though, Vincent?
So I've made enough Warhammer jokes and things like that. So Stu, and while Kelly won't get them, Kelly just kind of glances over them. Where you're with this, Megan, you seem the most confused by them, but also like slightly curious enough that I'm like, maybe I can get you into the expensive plastic crack.
Listen, I've had so many crafty hobbies over the year, like that I'd never stuck with. So that would just be one more to add to the list.
I mean,
watercolors, paint by numbers, painting, trying to make candles, trying to make soap. I can go on. Like, so what's one more thing, I guess?
Stu actually paints Warhammer minis. Despite being colorblind, they look incredible because he relies on the color value as opposed to the actual hue of it, and they turn out really cool. Like, I kind of want to have him paint some things for me.
That's awesome.
But yes, tell us about the video game. What are you reviewing this week?
So, as I like put popcorn in my mouth, I know, right? So this week we're going to be talking about it's about a year old, so it's still fairly new, but it is the demo game for a new retro style, kind of like cozy RPG game called Welcome to Elderfield. Now, let me drop something in. Let me drop like the opening for you. I don't know, it's kind of a small picture, but is it gonna go? Hello? There we go. So the picture that I just dropped for you is like the opening screen.
Okay.
So it kind of gives you a little spooky feel to start off with. But so this is another one of those like cozy farming. You can fish, you can mine and cook and like craft to your little spooky heart's content. But the one thing that makes this different is that this town is full of like mysteries, mysterious people, eldritch lore, which the old gods can either help you in your game or hurt your game. And as of October 2024, it is only available to play on Steam as an alpha demo, or you can become a member of their Patreon and get access to more areas and quests.
Oh, nice.
Which I've been actually looking into because I finished the demo and now I'm like,
do it.
I need more. So this game was developed by Chris Coate, and it's published by Ill-Devised Games, and it was recently just picked up in the UK as well. I believe the name of the publisher is Quali? It's Kwallee. So
yes, Quali.
The graphics are very Stardew Valley, so it has like that kind of old 90s bit feel to it, which personally, not the biggest fan of the style, but I love the game. So I'm just kind of learning. I'm not a big fan of it.
Amazing.
I don't know. I think I've just played too many games that are just like, here with graphic wise. So it got a little bit of it. I'm getting used to it.
Mm.
It's cute though. It's cute. The vibe of this game is very reminiscent to Welcome to Night Vale, which y'all told me about like 2 weeks ago, and I started listening to it. Because in
Yes.
this game, in this
There's a
game,
lot. There's
there's
so much Night Vale.
oh my god, I started from like episode 1, so I'm way back in like 2012.
Okay, blind answer me one question. How do you feel about the weather?
I like the weather. It's cute. It's fun. I like the different. I like the music. It's really cool. It's a concept like I wasn't very like I don't listen to anything that sounds like it. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really cool. And this game, so Welcome to Elderfield also includes a radio station and as well
Nice.
as a TV station where it gives you different mysteries. One of my favorites is the neighborhood watch. The neighborhood watch, people strangely have been putting up neighborhood watch signs. Um, and when you leave your house, you just get this little banner that says, you feel like you're being watched. And if you're not careful and you're not actively watching throughout the game, you will notice something is following you and it's a neighborhood watch sign. And if it creeps up on you too close, it triggers a battle. It is really fucking cool.
Okay. So do we need to play this for the library? Like, should we play this
I
on the variety stream
yeah,
sometime?
I think so. Like it is super fun. What is keeping me coming back though, surprisingly, is actually the soundtrack. It's got me locked in from like the very beginning. It's spooky, it's surprisingly comforting and very like retro arcade sounding. So I'm gonna play you like 6 seconds of a little bit of the music.
Okay.
And the music was also done by Chris Cote.
We could not hear that very well.
Oh man.
Link
Yeah,
it
I
to
had,
us.
I had a
Literally
feeling that.
dang.
Yeah, I had a feeling your mic's not going to pick up your phone at all.
I was literally holding it to my microphone. Damn, that sucks.
But
Okay.
since we can't hear it, I will put a link down in the description. I will find the soundtrack for it as well as like the Steam library link and things like that. So I will put it down in the description for everyone that does want to go listen to that and check that out.
Nice. Well, that sucks. I was really excited for that, for you guys to hear. But so what I also found out about this was that this game kind of shares some elements of Dungeons and Dragons, and that's really like what I want to talk about. It's not officially connected, but again, it's the elements that I really liked. So it is an RPG system where you grow stronger and you gain experience points by defeating monsters. The combat is also turn-based. So you roll dice. Dice will be rolled to see like how high or how well you do in your combat.
Mhm.
When you come across items such as like a trash can, you roll a 6-sided dice and it'll determine what you find if you find anything. So a 1 and a 2 are unlucky, so you could get things like mystery meat. A 3 and a 4 are neutral, so you could get like crafting items. And then a 5 and a 6 is lucky, and you could end up getting things like a token from an old god that you're gonna need for some quest that you haven't discovered yet.
Hell
So
yeah.
some of the things that you can get are super, super cool. There is one dungeon in the demo. It is the mall, which I think is really fucking cool because all of the mall stores are either closed or they sell some really weird things. Like there's a sports store with just basketballs. Only basketballs.
Love this.
It is so fun.
That is so weirdly, that is actually a really, really, really good use of limited assets too, and like
Mhm.
time. I don't know, like I might be just kind of putting this out there and onto it myself, but I see that and I just think of like, hey, I don't have a lot of time or assets to like fill this thing out, but we're working in this weird eldritch thing, so we're just gonna fill it with basketballs.
Yep.
And it does so much of like world building and storytelling,
Mhm.
while also like working with your shoestring budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that stuff. I
Shoestring
love
budget
seeing that.
and repeat assets reminded me. I don't know if Megan knows this, Vincent. I think you know this. In the Phantom Menace, when they needed to fill the stands for the whole pod racer scene, when they started it, they were like, oh, you know, we can maybe use tiny action figures. Adam Savage was actually working on this build, and he was sitting there and he's looking at the Q-tips that this guy's painting with, and he goes over and he grabs the cotton swabs and he dips them in different colors of paint and just starts sticking them in the stands, and he backs up. So ultimately it is bundles of cotton swabs with their tips painted different colors, being blown around by fans underneath the stands because they had no budget and no assets.
Yep. It's things like that.
They had
that
budget.
I find-
It's just they had budget going to a lot of things.
The budget went to the stands, not the people in them.
I love that. I love little things like that. Which
I
is
have
super
one as
funny.
well.
What's yours?
So in the first Halo, all of the rocks are the same rock. But they're all different sizes and different positions. They
Never
built
noticed that.
one really detailed, wonky rock that looks at a million different facets, and they're all the same, just in different places, sizes, and like rotation. And that's it.
Oh,
It's brilliant. You never
Including
know.
like large craggy canyons that are made up of rocks. It's still all that rock.
oh my God. I played Halo and I never noticed. I never noticed and I never cared. I was too busy getting my butt kicked by my sisters.
How far are we in? Oh yeah, good timing. We're only 12 minutes in.
I had to figure that. I was like, oh,
Nope, Megan dropped an F earlier.
I did?
Yeah.
Oops.
It's
Dang
fine.
it.
It's okay.
The overlords have loosened their rules, so we'll see.
Dang it. We're going back to the mall. To continue off of that, then there's a music store which has a bunch of different instruments. So there's like guitars and there's bongos and there's a drum set. So it's really interesting to me to see like basketball versus here's all of the musical instruments. It's
Yeah.
really cool. This town also has a bigger exploration. Again, if you don't get it through the Patreon, you only get a small portion of it, but there are stores and there's a huge farm that you can build up. And there's also homes and a sewer system and a lake, which is super fun to explore. The lake is kind of creepy. It's like foggy and spooky. Yes.
Is the first quest kill the rats in the sewers?
You do kill rats in the sewers, yes.
You can't do a D&D anything without one like, hey, could you kill the rats in the basement or rats in the sewers? Something like
Which is great because I actually will show you a photo of that later in the second part of this podcast. So if you're on Patreon, you'll see some really fun photos.
Nice.
There's also like side quests and mysteries galore. Like you will find them anywhere. There is one side quest where you go into some random guy's house and he wants you to build him a wife. So you start with a coat rack and you have to go around the town and find things like mud, rocks, sticks, a shirt, things to build him a wife. It's really creepy. So
Hang
going
on, give me
into the
7
turn-
seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boy, she really said build a bitch, didn't she?
the countdown made that better. The countdown added to that.
Oh my God, I love that. I think the creepiness is really like what makes this game stand out for me because of all of the like Lovecraftian inspired like eldritch lore. One of the things that I love is that at the end of every night on midnight, there are different types of moons that rise that causes effects in the world. So
Ooh.
for an example, the blood moon, that causes all of the world's mysteries to reset and all of the monsters to respawn. So if you are going through the mall and you run out of like space in your pockets and you have to drop stuff off and it hits midnight and a blood moon rises, all of the monsters that you just battled will come back and you have to redo it all over again.
Okay, Legend of
So-
Zelda fans, I see you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild.
That's why I was like, there's so many different things that I could see that were inspirations for this game that made me like really appreciate it. You can also be blessed and afflicted as well. So blessings are things that will like increase your defense, increase your like magic abilities, and then
Okay.
afflicted are things that will reduce all that. So an example is like you can be hexed, which reduces your magical defense by 10%. So if you come up against a monster that does high magic, you're screwed. Some of the creatures, like Eldritch Lord creatures, there is the Taxman. He comes to your farm and you have to give him tax, which is say like 6 radishes or like 12 wheat or else.
Okay.
And unfortunately,
What's
I
the
can't
or
tell you
else?
it literally says like when you go and click on the taxman has a little stand and you click on the taxman stand to see what you owe him, it says collects owed farming tax or else. And unfortunately, I can't tell you what happens when you hit the or else because I've been too scared not to find out. I don't want to know.
Be like, oh, it is so horrifying that I cannot describe it on.
No, I don't
My
want to find out
God.
what happens if I don't give the tax man his tax.
Well,
Which
I
is
just
also in
checked
real life.
and it looks like the Patreon is only $5 a month, which to me feels very worth it to potentially play this on the library. So I am down to find out, and each of us run a different game, and I will fuck around and find out what happens if I do not pay my radish tax.
Oh god. There is also the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper lives in the sewers and he looks really scary. He's kind of like this grim reaper type of character. And he asks you to find keys all over the town so he can unlock doors in the sewers for you so you can gain entrance to different parts of the sewers by giving the gatekeeper keys.
Nice.
He's cute. I like him. There's also multiple rituals to investigate, such as there's a pentagram with candles, and if you roll unlucky, some bad things are going to happen to you. And if you roll lucky, you will get special items. So there's all kinds of cool stuff like that to investigate. There's like, there's also this demigod called Sleep. So if you don't sleep
The
for a few
references.
days,
The references on references on references. I'm going to screech. I need to play this game. I am shaking my entire camera setup.
if you don't sleep for a few days, because if you want to be like full health and everything, you have to sleep, or die basically. If you don't sleep for a few
that is
days,
how that works.
this monster literally comes and chases you down, and it's basically like instant death. Like the first time I saw it, I freaked out. I didn't know what it was. I saw its shadow coming at me while I was farming, and I was like, "The fuck is this?" And it said, "The demigod Sleep has found you," and it instantly killed me. Like,
Just sees you and gets you.
you cannot run away. You're basically dead. It's basically a reminder that like you have to sleep.
Oh my
So some of the
God.
other examples of monsters, there is the Dripper, which is a drippy blue humanoid creature with like tentacles. Let me drop it in the chat for you. This one's not the worst, I will say.
You're describing it as the worst.
It's not the worst.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
Okay, that is not the worst. It's like gelatinous cube grew arms and a head.
There's
like
also
Gelatinous Cube meets Toxic Avenger. meets
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
Not the worst thing to come across. There's also like mutant pumpkins that you eventually find, which are just like pumpkins with big scary teeth and tentacles. Everything pretty much has tentacles in this thing. Like,
Can't be Eldritch without tentacles.
and then there's the thing that freaked me
You all
out.
right there?
Yeah, I
One of
was
the things that-
slowly leaning back because I'm sorry, you said there's pumpkins.
Yeah, pumpkins, and your shirt's a pumpkin. Be careful, it doesn't come to life and try and eat you.
That is a horrifying thought for something that is on my body.
Honestly, this game has a lot of that. There's a lot of things that I was like, oh, this is cute, and clicked on it, and then I immediately regretted it.
Your shoe is a mimic. Good day.
Then there's the pipe cleaner, which is
No.
like this weird ghost face kind of well, I'll show you. let me just show you. It's also not the worst, but it is not the nicest thing. Oh, is it gonna load? Oh, come on. There we go. Yep.
Ha!
Yeah. There's that.
Oh, you know what it reminds me of is the other mother.
Yes.
That
and
or
then-
Ko the Face Stealer.
There are also mimics. This game also has mimics, so another like D&D thing. The mimics, there are fridge mimics, there are box mimics, there are chest mimics. So you really don't know unless it starts moving around what you're gonna get. And so this is what a box mimic looks like.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, points for creativity and like just doing weird shit.
Oh my god, the texture on all of these is disgusting. It's so good.
It's so cool. And like just watching the game full screen is even just so fun when you have
He
to
looks
fight.
like Eustace's mask from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yep.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything in my research, but I know there was someone on Reddit, and I didn't write down the name, unfortunately, so I can't remember, who was trying to see if they could create like an official, unofficial D&D crossover to make Elderfield into like a Dungeons and Dragons game. So hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe that will happen. But I would love to see an official crossover because this is like perfect for Dungeons and Dragons.
If you're watching this
Oh,
from
yeah.
the future and it's 2026, please do this for Halloween. I will run a Halloween spectacular with it. I really will. I really will.
But yeah, so that is the Welcome to Elderfield demo so far. Now that I know the Patreon is like only $5, I'm definitely gonna do that because I love it. It's so fun. And the music. Oh god, I'm obsessed with this game. I've already finished the demo. Like I need more.
Nice. Do you want me to go last or do you want me to go second? Vincent, do you feel like talking Warhammer now? Or do you want me to just give you all available time at the end of the show to just hyperfixation dump?
Option 2.
Okay.
Good
So-
choice.
I have some things. Oh, I just flashbanged myself. Sorry about that. So there's a bunch of things that we were like, hey, we're gonna look into this. So I looked into it. Firstly, the Gary Gygax and Mrs. Pulling interview. The lady that was mad about Dungeons and Dragons or bothered about Dungeons and Dragons.
Bothered about Dungeons and Dragons. Bad.
Oh my god, like this 60 Minutes interview was just a nothing burger. They never spoke face to face. It was her throwing baseless accusations at Gygax and Gygax throwing misogynistic reasoning back at her. Like it was bad from all directions, in my opinion. Like Vincent, what did you notice the most about it?
The thing that didn't help the Gygax and Dungeons and Dragons side of things for me was that they had legal there. Like they
Yeah.
had their lawyer. It
Like
was Gygax
next to
and the
them.
lawyer, and it felt more like, you're an interrogation and your lawyer's like, don't answer that. I'll
Yeah.
give the answer for that of what you should say. We're gonna strike that. It felt very much like it's not one for one what happened, but it gave that energy where like, dude, you needed to have like, I get like talking with legal to be like, hey, what do I say and not say to not put myself in a bad position? Like how do I navigate this? But you got to sit there and you got to do that on your own, especially when you're being the
Mm-hmm.
face of the company.
Right.
You can't just be the nerd sitting there of like, actually, the statistics say, like, you gotta, I get it.
Well,
Like,
and
you
like
have to be charming and personable and like affable and likable.
at least a little
Unfortunately, it
bit.
just gave none of that. It was just like, we're sitting here giving our legal defense on this, even though it was just like, oh, you are blowing this in the like stupidest, easiest
The
way to
dumbest way
avoid
possible.
possible.
I
Yeah.
feel like it was only made worse by the fact that like when legal did let him just like come up with an answer, him and some of the other people that they interviewed were like, well, leave it to a mother to be overly concerned, and like just digging into the feminine aspect of it, or like they would show nerds playing it at their local game shop, just like average nerds, but the average nerd was this like overly masculine trope of themselves. They were almost like a caricature of what they thought masculinity should be, and it was always a, well, actually, like they're the kind of dude that you expect to follow it with "m'lady" when they're being interviewed, because they're like, not that you would know, but actually this is how this works, and not that you would know anything about it. And I'm like, you were like a teenage girl. You were not
Oh
helping
my
anyone with it. Like, it was bad on all sides.
god.
It was
The
not this
the other thing,
bombshell interview that either side made it out to be.
well, and the other thing too, on the opposing side, on the bad side, there the layers to that. There was that dude with the goofiest like haircut
Mm-hmm.
who was like halfway, like he started off like composed and like had a reasonable argument, even though like didn't really make sense. Like he was presenting it in a way that like you could kind of follow it, and then it just went off the rails about like conspiratorial levels of
Halfway
things.
through, it
It was
turned
like,
into aliens.
it
Oh
really did.
no.
It really, really did. It was so
Put a
like,
tinfoil hat on.
Uh-huh.
how did people watch this and be like, I'm siding with that guy? Like,
Was what, the 80s? The 70s, the 80s?
it was
80s.
the 80s or no, it was 70s. It was
Was it
70s.
70s? Okay.
It was 70s. Because the video we found for it is like basically uploaded from a VHS rip that had been like stored in a library somewhere.
It's so
Oh
bad.
my god.
It's so crunchy.
But the same. Well, it's not even that. It's just more of like a lost media thing. Like these things
Yeah.
weren't being recorded professionally for any reason, even though
This
they
is
should
public
have for
broadcast.
posterity. Yeah, and somebody had the foresight or just the hyperfixation, more likely, to press record and donated it to a library as some kind of archive, and someone found it and uploaded it to YouTube. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
And now we're here.
And now we're here arguing about it. And somehow there are still moms on the internet that are like,
Ugh,
D&D bad, lady, it's just math. I swear, it's
is-
just
Just
it's
math.
just math.
it's nerdy. It's just nerdy math.
I only call it our weekly mandated group hallucination because it freaks other people out.
I like that better.
What are
don't
you
know
doing this
why
weekend?
my brain-
Oh, I've got my group delusion to go to. So you're what? Like D&D?
It's not the same energy exactly, but for some reason that just made me think of like the that like little comic meme of just like, honey, it's time for your 3 a.m. ball busting. I don't really have an answer for you of why my brain jumped to that. But here we
Oh
are.
my god. So our second update is, Megan, did you get the post I sent you about Jeremy Irons and his castle?
I did. I did.
So
I was like, hey, I talked about that.
the castle that he had to take the Dungeons and Dragons movie to afford because he had already irresponsibly bought it and had to pay for his expenses has finished its renovations.
Hell.
Finally.
What did you guys
One
think of the
hell of an impulse
photos?
buy.
Gorgeous. I love it. It's so weird. I love it.
It's so weird.
It's so bizarre. It's so crazy.
weird.
It's beautiful though.
I would never, but it fits. It fits him and it fits the location and the castle. But
There's one thing that raised so many questions that I both do and don't want answers for. And that is the rope mounted no feet bed. The like hammock bed.
yeah. What?
Because it looks like a California king that instead of being held up by legs is
Hang on.
just suspended from the ceiling by ropes.
Yeah.
And not in like a he has some fun kind of way, in like a you make poor life choices and I feel bad for your back kind of a way.
You're gonna have to send this to me because I don't.
Okay.
You showed me some of them, but I don't remember that.
Let me send it to you.
Too
Sure.
much weight on it, unless it holds a certain couple hundred pounds, that thing would just.
Yeah, and I'm quite certain it probably could hold quite a lot of weight. Vincent, it's in your Instagram inbox.
Unless it's like aesthetic and not like actually people sleeping on it.
Maybe. I also, now that I'm looking at it a second time, I don't actually see a mattress. So unless the mattress is
My deepest apologies.
just got blue screened.
Okay, this is the thing that I'm hating about iPhone and switching to iPhone is that it doesn't matter if I tell it to not play audio when I open the fucking app. It's just like, oh, we're gonna play audio. Also, I can't control my media volume independently, so I have that just off. It's just gonna be whatever I had it at last.
Yeah.
So because I was listening to Critical Role, because I've listened to Campaign 4 each episode like 3 times already, but I was like doing my makeup, so it was away from me, so I needed it louder, so it was at max volume. So when I open Instagram, it's just I'm not gonna flash.
It's like a Creed
my
cutaway
mic again, but it was the same thing.
Also, upon secondary review of those photos, I also have questions about the wicker basket bathtub.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the hammock
That's a
bed
choice.
actually is cool. It makes sense. It's
very
really
cool.
What
The
you were
bathtub.
describing was not making any sense to me. That makes sense. That's super cool. I dig
It's
that.
the climbing in and out of it and not knocking it off of those posts, upon which it seems to just be rested on, up on the like, what do you call, like the trussing of
They're
the ceiling.
Giant though.
They are giant.
Huge. So like, I don't think that unless you are like schmoving in that thing, I don't think it's going anywhere.
It's an interesting choice for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the wicker basket around the bathtub is odd. It's a
choice. It's choice.
I got the moldy risk.
But also, who knows? Maybe it's like textured tile. I have no idea.
Oh yeah.
I love that
Just
every
weird.
photo of him, with the exception of one, his dog's in it with him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna link this article below. Um, I'm just gonna tell you the title because I think you guys are gonna remember how bizarre this statement was and the questions that it brought up. MSU's secret steam tunnels reveal hidden history beneath our feet.
Yes, I remember this.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, we have pictures of the steam tunnels. And it's
We didn't see
very
steam tunnels before, so now I'm even more intrigued.
yeah, so it's very
What's
like
Valve doing?
utilidor. Oh haha. Okay, yes, allow access. Take picture. Use photo. Send. Okay, check that out. It's giving leaked backstage at Disney photos. Like this is feeling very utilidor.
No, that's worse.
Yeah.
This is so much worse because there is no lights or anything in here, it would appear.
I worked at Disney World, and that is nothing like the utilidor. That's more like what is what is that one like asylum that had the body shoot?
Oh. Oh my
That's what that
god.
looks like. Because it had
It's not
stairs that looked
Penhurst.
like
Oh my god, I cannot remember the name of it. But yes, I know what you're talking about.
look it up and it'll be flashing like this is what but that's what that looks like.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
So-
that's terrifying.
See, I see that, and like, I this has to be a boy thing, like, and like the little bit of me that is boy, the demi boy of me, it like sees that and is like, yes, I understand why he wanted to go explore this now.
100%. Yeah.
I see
No,
that. I'm
the
like,
boy part of my brain is like, grab me a mag light. We're going spelunking in the tunnels below the school. This sounds excellent. I wonder what's down there. I know it's not treasure, but my brain says must be treasure.
So
Yeah.
if you click on the image and zoom in the middle, I know it's not what it is, but that looks like a person.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
oh yeah.
That's an immediate no from me, dog.
So
Absolutely not.
I'm
No, I'm
this
so,
has been
like, so
so editorialized in the best way. I'm just going to read you this first paragraph before giving you the info that it contains. The world below Michigan State University reveals itself in subtle ways. The small mirages that distort the cold winter air above the tunnel vents, the warm glow of light that seeps through their metal grates at night, the melted rings of grass bursting through the otherwise snow-covered ground that surround the heavy lids which mark the boundary between what is above and what lies below. It's like the spookiest intro to an article ever.
No.
And it's just a utility tunnel. It's there's 13 miles of steam tunnels underneath the university.
13 miles.
13 miles. There's
Yes.
a couple maintenance workers that usually tend to them. They are still there. But like mechanics, urban explorers, indie filmmakers, sci-fi enthusiasts, and private investigators frequently just go exploring these tunnels because everyone's like, people go missing in the tunnels. Like, okay, people go missing in the tunnels. Shit.
I think we have found one of those missing people in the very, very back of that tunnel. That looks like a body.
Right? Like, he's just back there like,
that looks like a person like kind of slump, like kind of just like their shoulders like slump. Yeah, like slumped over. Like no, thank you. No.
and just making noises from the corner of your ear.
Listen,
I mean,
So-
it's 13 miles is not nothing. That's
It's
a
not
big
nothing.
expanse.
It's
And, like,
used for
compared to
transporting
catacombs,
steam and power from the university power plant to the rest of the campus. This campus is so large that the university has its own power plant. So there is a maze of these tunnels that are used to transport that steam and that power and that conduit all over the property.
nah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And it's kind of part of MSU folklore. at this point. But interestingly enough, in the article, even it says they first came under public eye in 1979 when James Dallas Egbert III, an MSU student, was thought to have gone missing during a tunnel voyage gone wrong. His disappearance garnered national attention and prompted an expansive search of the system. By the way, that national news burst about the tunnels spawned 4 books, 5 movies, 2 of which are unfinished, a magazine, a series of paintings, and a alleged hand passed around book of folklore that the students still allegedly have to this day. If you're an MSU student and you have that, or you've seen it, or you can confirm it, please let us know in the comments. I'm so curious.
What is the movie? I'm curious about that.
It doesn't say.
Interesting.
The creepy one, though, is, and I'll share this picture with you as well, inside a library book titled The Dungeon Master by author William Deere, a student wrote, "The tunnels are real. The inside cover is torn off and the pages are scuffed with black tarry ink."
Oh.
Yeah.
Even if that's a bit, even if that's this is a funny prank, that is so fucking cool.
It's so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
It's super creepy, right? It's great.
Yeah. And like, okay, seeing the tunnels too, and like being a bit of a just like the demi boy. I don't think they're like this is me throwing things at a wall a little bit and putting my own perspective on things. But I don't think there was anything other than I'm into D&D and I'm gonna explore these tunnels because that's fun.
100%.
I think that's all that happened, and he just got fucking lost because it's 13 miles of tunnel.
Yeah, and like he was struggling with his own mental health at the time. He was dealing with some things, and as pseudo boy myself, what is the thing that boys do? Because you are told that you are not allowed to have those emotions. You just need to tough it up, buttercup. I'm gonna go for a walk and clear my head. And then get lost in the steam
Especially
tunnels.
more quiet and isolated. People don't go.
It's cold outside. It's the winter. I'm gonna go in the steam tunnels. It's warm. Those look kind of fun and spooky. I'm into D&D. Let's go find some treasure. And if I don't find some treasure, it'll be a really nice walk on my own to clear my head. I just need to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Demons, apparently. From the D&D. But yeah, no, they were built in 1904. And the earliest record of the steam tunnels being used not for their intended purpose dates back to the 1960s, where students just developed a hobby of exploring the tunnels for fun. And of course, because kids suck at naming things, they called it tunneling. And parents were like, "Oh, tunneling's a scourge among students." Like, you don't even know what it is. They're literally just exploring the steam tunnels.
Wow.
They're just dicking around at campus, man.
Yep. Yeah. Especially because it would be like below freezing above ground, but if you went in the steam tunnels, nice and cozy, fun way to get out and do something. But I thought that was really interesting, and I love the way that the students have like latched onto it and been like, "I'm gonna give it spooky lore. I'm gonna give it spooky lore."
I mean, 1904, like that is spooky, you know? I think of like turn of the century ghosts.
Speaking of ghosts, so are you guys familiar with, if I call something a Rumpelstiltskin, are you familiar with what it is that I am referring to?
Vaguely, my knowledge of that little bit of folklore is not great.
So the concept is that
a lady and makes her make golden thread from wheat. I don't know.
not the part of the story that's relevant, but it's the idea that once you can name something, it no longer has power over you. I say this a lot when it comes to like tools. I will see a maker tool or a tool for hair and makeup, And I'm like, I can't find it anywhere. It's this thing that does this thing, and then it looks like this, and I think the brand name is this, but I don't know what it is. Once you can name it, it does not have power over you. You can find it immediately and all of the resources on it. Well, apparently that does not apply to Korean technical difficulties spirits, because I named it and now it is 100% my problem. American spirits are not real. There are no American ghosts. That doesn't exist out here. Korean spirits, on the other hand, will apparently hear their name and make sure that it is their duty that your skeleton leaps out of your body and flies around the room, because I've had nothing but 2 weeks of massive technical difficulties since I named it on this show. Yeah, we said its name. It tried to kill our stream that night, and it's been causing massive technical difficulties ever since. So if anyone knows how to appease this thing, we'd appreciate the help, because I'm about to set up an altar and like give offering of rice and grain and alcohol and whatever it wants to get it to leave my tech alone. I thought summoning Techno was bad. No, I don't know what this thing is, but it's not like me.
Been a nightmare. Been bad.
Yeah.
I cannot say I've been having issues, so it must be because you're the one who said the name.
I said it out loud.
Yeah.
Well, I have been known to poke the bear. That is wet paint. But yeah, so that's been interesting. My last one that I checked into was it Peter Dinklage and Willow? No. Upon further inspection of the face and of the background actor in question, it does not match any of the bone structure or the identifying skeletal or tissue markers of Peter Dinklage. And it led me down a rabbit hole of Peter Dinklage and his advocacy, because claiming with any certainty that you believe that background actor to be Peter Dinklage is precisely the reason that Peter Dinklage does as much advocacy work for proper representation in film and television as he does. Upon finding out how people of different nationalities, people of different cultural backgrounds, people of different subcultures, ability, disability, and everywhere in between on that spectrum, how differently they get treated from the white, physically fit, socially acceptable, kind of homogenized portion of all entertainment workers, has caused him to do intense amounts of advocacy for better pay, better treatment, better representation, less use of digital special effects to create people who just exist and deserve to be represented and deserve jobs in entertainment.
I know that was a big thing for the Snow White movie, like the one of the countless
He was
Snow White movies.
pissed.
Yeah. He was. Well, I mean, I would be too. I saw those pictures and I was like, if I saw a bunch of like tall people that are supposed to play these 7 dwarves, I would also be real pissed.
Yeah, you have plenty of actors who fit that bill for the physicality as well as the acting prowess needed to succeed in that role, and you used none of them.
Or hire 7 unknown actors and get them started, you know? How hard is that?
Something.
Like not even pulling from the roster of people we know.
Go to local theaters,
They can
check
find
out film
7
theses,
competent
go to
actors.
film schools. The production company that did this casting is close to 4 of the largest film schools in the world, and they utilized none of them.
Yeah, you can find 7 actors who fit the needs. You can do it. You're just not looking hard enough.
Yeah. 100%
Especially when you're that big of a company.
Have names behind them. Like I'd rather see someone who is unnamed and so uber talented than someone I've seen a million times on screen.
Well, also too, I don't know where that like mindset comes from, other than the modern like trying to use names to push a movie. But like,
that's been in Hollywood since like the very beginning.
Well, but also at the same time too, like we've seen that that's not needed. One of my favorite examples is the first Star Wars. The
Oh, yeah.
only big name in that is Alec Guinness, and he's only a big name. Like, he looked down on that movie. He did not think it was prestigious to be in that.
Oh.
He was like, "What am I doing
He
here?
was
How the
taking a
hell did I
paycheck."
end up on this set?"
Yeah. Jeremy Irons in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. But everyone else is a nobody. Like, they had been in small little things here and there, but
Julie Andrews
no one
in
was a
Mary
big name.
Poppins.
Like, you don't need a big name for a movie to go off. It's not.
In the words of John Oliver, it's like saying you're looking for a Timothy Chalamet type when you have a perfectly gangly, heartbroken Finn Wolfhard standing right next to you.
I love Finn Wolfhard. He needs to be in more things. Such
Agreed.
a great actor.
Sorry, you brought that episode up, and all I thought of was.
We used to have 11. There's still a couple left.
11 files of the original Air Buds. Not
DNA.
So long.
We have a couple left.
I will send you the episode on Airbud.
I now know, thanks to John Oliver, way more about Airbud than I ever thought I would.
I also know for horrifying reasons that there is a national repository for canine DNA, and I have so many questions that I don't want answers to. I would say bless you, but curse you, John Oliver. I did not need to know any of this.
I mean, that's kind of the show.
I still
weekly.
adore
It's just
you.
like, oh, thank you for that cursed knowledge.
But yeah, those are our updates.
Nice.
Okay. So I
Ham
guess that
warmer.
was me. Ham warmer. Okay. So, for a bit of background context, Warhammer goes back to specifically 1982. There was a company, Citadel Miniatures, that was making minis for Games Workshop and helping them. They were making minis for D&D, but their sales were really, really bad because, especially then, not many people used miniatures. And even then today still, like...
And even when we did, we were broke.
Yeah, the community's still split on, like, minis or no minis, you know, theater of the mind or having, you know, amazing, beautiful... you know, Dwarven Forge built maps and things like that. Like, the community is split. But they were like, we need to make money. We are not making money. We need to fix that. So they looked at, you know, the cousin to D&D, wargaming, that, like, needs miniatures.
Requires.
Although depending on the company, some companies, like Battletech, are like, use whatever you want as long as you could tell a front from back from it. We don't care. Printer, like, some companies are so chill about, like, how you engage with their medium. It's great.
Use a miniature Tabasco bottle, whatever fits.
Yeah, they ended up making Warhammer Fantasy Battle in '83, which was a fantasy, like, D&D, very themed war game of their own. And it was doing super, super well. It was doing big numbers, and they were like, well, we all still love D&D, and we still want to have some of that. And I can't find which one specifically came first. I think it was Warhammer Fantasy had their own, like, D&D settings kind of things. Like,
I believe so, and I believe that has also been confirmed in our good old friend and reliable resource, Europa Magazine.
But after that, basically the idea got kicked around of, like, what if this in space?
Okay.
That's if, when you boil it down, all Warhammer is D&D in our world in space. That's it. So you have orcs, elves, drow, or not. Well, yes, you do have drow actually.
You do technically have drow, yeah.
Yes, orcs, elves, humans, dwarves. There are a couple other species that are very unique to it. Getting into in part 2, I'll go over like everything more in detail for you. But it started off as not even a war game. It started off as a TTRPG. It was called Rogue Trader, and then that spun off into its tabletop game, which blew up as the war game itself. And so now it's so huge that Warhammer 40,000 is what makes them money. Like Warhammer Fantasy and the TTRPG stuff is like, they still do it, but that is not what they focus on at all, for better and for worse.
It's also spawned its own publishing company. It is so popular.
Nice.
Yes.
And its own genre.
Yeah. I mean, the phrase grimdark in grimdark storytelling comes from Warhammer 40k.
The grim dark future of the 41st millennia.
There is only war. So it's the way to describe a setting that, like, there are no good guys. If you are a good guy, you're gonna fucking die.
Like, or if you think you're a good guy, no, you're not.
Yeah. And like, there's no real victor at best. Everything is a Pyrrhic victory. Everyone's losing, kind of things. Like, and one of the biggest pieces of grimdark fantasy that we have is Song of Fire and Ice. No one's a good guy in that, and the one good guy, the best of the guys, Ned Stark, dies in the first book and first season because there are no good guys. And then you have, Rob coming up, and guess what? He is such a good guy, everyone ganks him for it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The best person you can be in a grimdark setting and still survive is neutral and useful.
Sounds about right.
Peter Dinklage's character, I can't. Oh my God, what is his name?
Tyrion.
Yeah, we're like.
I drink and I know things.
Neutral and useful. Neutral
Me
and
too,
useful.
bud. Me too.
Yeah.
Dies Irae kind of bad people.
But so Warhammer is but it's also always meant to be satirical. It was so in the current setting, because the lore spans an active like 12-ish thousand years. So it starts from like the 28th millennium to 41st millennium. Something like that. So it has a long period of time. So in the current setting of like the 41st millennium, the biggest orc, Gazgul Marg Ug Thraka.
Yes. Sorry.
That is so Stu based.
Keep going.
Gaz.
You're almost there.
Yes. But that Gaz is based on Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady. He is the Iron Orc. Marg Thraka.
That's an interesting.
Well, Warhammer's an iceberg that you can only see maybe 4% of.
Dude, it gets wild. The Illuminati are in it, okay? Like, it gets wild.
They're in everything, so that doesn't surprise me.
No, but there's like two Illuminati. There's two distinct like Illuminati. One of them is not called it, but it for sure is. The other is called it, but like they're kind of not.
Okay.
It's wild. But yeah, it's I lost my train of thought. Where was I?
Margaret Thatcher, satirical.
Oh, yes. All the orcs, though, for instance, have this weird language that no one can really understand, and it's really obscure and odd. They just speak Cockney. They have a thick Cockney accent. That's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they refer to themselves as "da boys" with the Z.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If I had a good Cockney accent, I would do it right now. I do not.
No, it's okay. Yeah, do your best Dick Van Dyke. I'd love to hear it.
Nope. Nope. Yeah, so like it's without like overwhelming you about it though, and without stepping on the toes of people who are far better Warhammer creators like Wes Hammer, Isander and Coda, Luton. I don't want to get too deep into it, but like I've said enough that I need to like info dump onto you to give context. But it's a very goofy setting. It's very dark, but it's so dark that it kind of loops back around to funny is like the point. It's meant to be satirical. It's not meant to be taken seriously. The
orcs color code their things because they do things if you color them correctly.
Okay, so
and it
they
actually works.
They literally operate on the power of belief.
I'll explain that in part 2. I will. I promise. But like, the Space Marines are the humans' like biggest, baddest soldiers. They're genetically modified super soldiers who are, you know, they're indoctrinated from, you know, not from birth, but from like childhood. They're hugely genetically modified. There's like 21 extra organs shoved into them. They're 9 feet tall on the low end, which is like
humans don't have squealy smooches.
9 feet is my ceilings aren't 9 feet tall. It's huge.
Oh, I think that's like a Navi with like the height of a Navi compared to a human.
I think so.
Yeah.
But also, like, the Navi are lithe. Space Marines are wide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like their thighs. It's not New Game Plus. What was the show that just came out with all of the secret levels? There was so Secret Levels was an anthology series based on different video games. One episode was Warhammer.
If you have Prime, I will link it to you because you need to watch the Pac-Man episode. We need to talk about it in another part too, a different one.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. It is not as much on the levity and like satire of normal, but it does show you how obscenely powerful Space Marines are. Like one cocks his arm. He doesn't even cock his arm back to punch somebody. He just moves from here to here. Or sorry, like from here to here, and the dude goes off screen in like 3 frames.
Jeez.
Another dude runs through a tank. And is fine. He's just like, oh, there's a tank coming at us. I'm just going to run at it.
It's fine.
They are so over the top. It is like funny. Yeah.
There you go.
You're kind of unwrapping that one, aren't you?
That's crazy.
So but there's a lot of jokes in it too that have been built up in the community, and I think those will be best saved for part 2.
Okay.
It'll be explaining those will be a lot more fun. Because they're the biggest jokes that like I'll go off with Stu about. But it is a massive IP. It is very scary to get into because if you want to play it, it's not cheap. If you want to get into the lore, there are over 400,
it's not quick.
Pushing on 500 novels alone because
the Black Library is dense.
Yeah. And they're all different stories because it's such a massive universe they've built that like you can read an entire series about one specific dude who lived for 50 years.
And
read like 10 novels.
Or you can read 25 to 35 novels on one dude who has lived for centuries.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like Star Wars right now.
Kind of. But
on another level.
Star Wars is the tip of the iceberg to Warhammers in that regard. Like it is, but that is a very good analog though.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. So it can also be very intimidating to get into too, especially the communities around them cannot always, they are polarized between being super inviting and super not.
Yeah, I had a bad experience with World of Warcraft, so I'm always very cautious when getting into something like that?
Unfortunately, I think all nerd communities have this problem where like it is two disparate groups of people. You have the queer, trans, marginalized people of color, outer groups who are like glommed onto this thing and love it and are accepting and loving and get that it's all we're having fun. And then
we have all of you that make it so that I have a segment every week. Please, I don't want to keep having to talk about this. Genuinely, I would like to not have content about the intersectionality between hatred and nerd shit. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Looking at you, Black Templar players. Looking at you.
Yep. 100%, yes. I could not agree more. But yeah, you have the out groups of people, or the groups of people who want to push those normally out groups of people out and are this is my thing and you can't take it from me because you're here. Like,
Yeah.
we can share. My brother in Christ, we can share.
My brother in the Emperor's Light. Do you know how many minis Games Workshop makes?
Yeah, like, we can all have fun. Everyone's welcome at the table.
Yeah.
So
And then there's like me.
Except for
the
you,
people who
you
are like,
suck.
yeah. Cool. Wow, thanks.
Not you, the you through the camera.
It was just the timing of it was just like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just.
No, my Maggie, come back. It was not about you.
That was good timing, though. You got to admit. That was really funny. No, I was gonna say, and then there's people like me. There's just like, I want to try it, but
Fair enough.
I mean, and like Warhammer is really cool in the fact there's 3 ways to be engaged with it. There are people who play the game. There are, because with playing, you do have to build your army, but you don't have to be super detailed or great with paint. It needs 3 colors, a base and 2 accents, and that's it. And like, they don't have to be lore specific. They can be your own thing too. Like, you'd be like, yeah, I've got my orc army. Like, they have to be specific. Like, okay, orcs don't work with anybody, so orc army is an orc army. But like, I've got my 3 colors, and yeah, it's painted like crap, but it's 3 colors. And then you have people who are like the mini painters and, you know, makers who just will kit bash things and just do these amazing, insane jobs of mini making and painting.
there's a guy that I've seen on TikTok, and like, I didn't know this is what he was doing because I don't know anything about Warhammer or minis and stuff, but he would be like, specifically, like the tiniest paintbrush I've ever seen in my whole freaking life, and just getting so into it. And then but like, he mostly talks about Lord of the Rings, I guess, while he's painting these like Warhammer minis, because they're not Lord of the Rings mini, but he's making them look like Lord of the Rings characters. So,
I think I know who you're talking about, because I share a lot of his content with Stu Bear, because he always introduces me to really cool new tools for mini making.
Nice. Yeah, the one that I saw specifically was he had a bunch of, I guess they were orcs, so I guess like what you were talking about, I guess he was painting an orc army or something. But he made them all look like hobbits. It was so cute.
That is
We're
killer.
taking the boys to Isengard.
It was so funny. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I swiped. I was like, I don't know what this is. Like
Jesus Christ.
One of my favorites that like in recent memory is Jubilee doing the Mortarion on the back of the kit bashed Mortarion on the back of, I forgot what creature it was. I think it might have even been like a mini from Warhammer Fantasy, but she kit bashed it together and it's fucking incredible.
Haunting. It's awesome.
It's so cool. But yeah, people get insane with their mini painting in a good way. It's just incredible. Like, people compete with this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the other way is just the lore. There are people who just read the books or lore and engage with lore tubers like myself. I would love to play. I have enough things I do. So adding, building, making, painting an army, even just the slapdash, like it's got to look right, close.
I
I don't
have
have time for it. I got enough
somewhere
things I do.
I would paint my friend's Warhammer minis in high school because he hated painting. So we would hang out and I would sit down and I would paint his minis. I have somewhere a gift from one of his brothers. I have a teeny tiny space marine who meets the bare minimum for color requirements and that he is all blue with like neon orange soles of his feet and like yellow pauldrons and a red visor, and that's it.
So what color do they start? Are they like silver
Gray.
or like they're gray?
Yeah,
Okay.
because they're
then-
like die-cast aluminum, I want to say.
Okay. So if I wanted to say be like if I didn't want to paint anything, I could potentially be like, yeah, my colors are like silver, gray, and like black.
Clear.
Unfortunately, because the
Nail polish.
it is a competitive thing. You could probably get away with that at casual, but in a tournament they would be like, no,
No,
because
go paint your
that's already been
shit.
tried.
Be like, but it is painted. I painted it the same color.
It's like the
of-
Magic the Gathering rule that you can no longer tear up your cards because one dude did it.
Chaos confetti, yeah. Or there's the Yu-Gi-Oh card, the Infinite Yu-Gi-Oh card, where like you had to shake your opponent's hand, and so people were just getting disgusting, so that you wouldn't your hand.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Find a way
there
around
is
it.
a rule in Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments where you must wash your hands and be washed.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, that should be like an always thing.
Well, yes, but like because of that,
sick.
there's a rule where you need to be thoroughly rinsed.
That's so gross.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Look, I'm all for finding loopholes, but there's a line where like, okay, can we not do that?
Yeah, ideally not.
Silver, gray, and clear nail polish. Those are my
Well,
colors.
We have a handful of minutes left, so let's do. I have a question of the week for you guys.
Ooh, okay.
Vincent and I will have more specific answers for this, but I would like to know, just off of what you know, what little we have just taught you, what would the colors of your army be if you did have them painted?
Gray, silver, and clear nail polish.
If you had someone else paint them, jackwagon.
No, forehead.
Oh gosh. I think probably like silver. Maybe like a lavender or like a darker purple and gold.
And what kind of creature do you think you would go with? What variety of peoples? Knowing basic D&D races, what are you inclined to do?
I usually when I'm playing something for the first time, I usually always go elf. So I would probably do something elf just to stay within that sphere of knowledge that I have. It would probably be some kind of elf.
But you also could choose from the bugs
Well, no,
or
no,
the
no,
space communist weeaboos.
no bugs. We're not doing that.
No bugs.
But you also have the weeaboo space communists.
What is that?
I'll explain in part 2.
Oh, Lord.
You can't just say you can't just say that and then be like, I'll explain later. Like, no, I need to know like right now.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I need to know
Absolutely
right
can.
now. Otherwise, I can't make an informed decision.
We're not asking you to make an informed decision. We're forcing you to make the most uninformed decision. Have you met us?
Then that's my uninformed decision. Is I always, for the first time playing something, go with what I know, and that's elf.
Got it. So Megan gets a lavender and silver colored Tau army.
What's a cow?
We'll get into it in part 2.
Oh, oh my god. Bye.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. If you want more of this episode, you can join us for Behind Closed Doors, where we're going to answer some questions, expound on our topics a bit more, probably a lot of Warhammer this week, and just generally let ourselves get more intentionally off topic than we generally do. By becoming a member of the Keep over on our Patreon, you'll get access to behind the scenes videos, campaign lore dumps, bonus episodes of the Thieves Guild, and more by signing up. The link in the description. Yes, I'm hamming this up and doing it like everyone else does. Why? Because pattern recognition. That's why. If I say it like everyone else, maybe we'll see you behind closed doors. Otherwise, you can find us over on TikTok at Attack of Opportunity. It's ATK of Opportunity. Catch back episodes of both the Thieves Guild and A History of the Forgotten Realms here on YouTube, as well as audio episodes of all of our shows on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And live this Thanksgiving, the first episode will be available to everyone of Tales from the Keep, our Dungeons and Dragons cozy cooking show that we cannot wait to share with you, as well as our Thanksgiving one-shot Heroes Feast. But until then, we'll see you live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. for History and Fridays at 10 p.m. Pacific for the library.
Lastly, before we go, though, any suggestions for topics or anything you want us to cover, please drop that below in the comments. Anything that you either want to show us or anything in the zeitgeist or that we should check out.
Send us photos of your Warhammer armies.
Lore dump at you out as well. Yes, send us photos of your Warhammer army, please. But anything you want us to lore dump about, anything you want our takes on, please drop them below. We love seeing that.
We love a good lore dump.
We do love a good lore dump. It's true.
I did Warhammer this week as a quick aside because I have a lot of math to do for next week's monster run. And it's going to be really funny.
It's so much
I'm very,
math.
very proud of it.
It's so much math.
But it's going to be very funny.
The puns are worth it. I promise. But yeah, I think that's it for today's episode. I've been Nana.
I'm Megan.
Huh?
And until we meet again, no, we didn't. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.